In other news,
What's up?
our dearly departed Alex Trebek has left quite a hole to fill.
Yeah?
And I have some thoughts on who may be best suited to fill that hole.
You said they're doing
They're doing guest hosts for like a week at a time to see who does what. They've had Dr. Oz.
yeah, if Ronald McDonald was a doctor.
They've had
Dr.
Katie
Oz.
Couric. They've had Anderson Cooper,
None of these hosts stir me.
Aaron Rodgers, who actually did
You said he did a good job.
a decent job. Yeah, no, he was good.
Can you imagine leaving your NFL career to go host Jeopardy? Plot twist.
Don't have to worry about linebackers anymore.
Yeah, that's true. A lot less getting tackled.
Yeah, right. You're not out in the cold. You don't have to live in Wisconsin.
Where do they? Oh yeah, they shoot that in L.A., don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Makes sense.
we had a short discussion about who
We
we
did.
think could fill those shoes.
No, well, it really wasn't so much a discussion. When we were kind of plotting this episode out, we were sitting, we were eating, and I asked Joe while I was writing notes down, I was like, who is your ideal Jeopardy host? Without thinking, without blinking, he looks up, he goes, Lil Jon.
I don't even know why that name popped into my head. I think I was thinking of like middle school dances when half the songs were
Yeah, it was
Lil Jon.
Yeah, it was all crunk music.
But
The more I think about it, the more I like it. So
he's interesting.
in
Like,
preparation for this, we did a bit of a light Google on Lil Jon and learned some very, very interesting things about him that, it shocked us. We were sitting there, we couldn't believe it.
so Lil Jon actually comes from some fairly intellectual roots.
Yeah, big time.
His mother was some high-ranking official in the United States military, which is why he lived all over the country in different places, other countries and different things. And his father,
The real
I can't
kicker.
believe this is coming out of my mouth, but the father of Lil Jon, the king of crunk, whose catchphrases are
Yeah, and okay.
and
What?
Well,
we'll get to that in a second.
okay. Anyway, his father's an aerospace engineer
Absolutely
for the
mind-boggling.
United States government, and these are not stupid people.
Yeah, I mean, that would be very hard to believe for a man whose most famous quotes when you Google them are, I like to go to the club, and we're all black when the lights are off. I mean, this is deep, ponderous stuff.
He's not wrong.
And this guy comes from an aerospace engineer and a military
Yeah, but
officer.
see, I think that's the thing. I feel like he is probably smart enough to figure out, you know what? I don't really have to put any effort into, I don't have to prove myself. I can
Yeah.
just be the most outlandish, ridiculous.
Just living his best life.
Yeah, he's just having fun.
I mean, the more I think about
the
it,
shit makes money. He clearly knows something about branding.
at first it blew my mind, but now the more I think about it, the more I think that he might actually be 300 IQ genius.
He's a genius.
He has to be.
Absolutely. He's just trolling. He's having fun, and more power to him because it works.
So,
So
in
I feel like
addition-
he could be, a good guest host, and if you win, you get a new grill and some purple drink,
ooh, I like that.
right?
So who else do we think would be a good host? We had a list of 5 people.
Well,
Lil Jon is our number 1.
Lil Jon is number 1.
If Lil Jon does not host Jeopardy, I'll never watch it again.
Coming in at a close second place is one of my favorite athletes of all time,
O.J. Simpson.
the great O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. So we came up with our favorite hosts and kind of prizes you get. So if you win, if you win Jeopardy, obviously you get your prize money, but you also get the new Ford Bronco, which 0 miles. I think that would just be a wonderful prize.
It's a
I
great
think-
getaway car.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I've been told.
you'll be leaving the lot so fast. It's a modern Lamborghini. It's better than the Lamborghini.
And if you win second place,
Oh, you get a signed copy of his book.
you get a signed copy of his book. And if you lose and come in third,
He's gonna frame you for a
yeah,
crime.
your spouse disappears. And
You get framed for it. That's a good. So that was OJ was kind of the number 2 we both
OJ
agreed
was
on.
number 2. We
Yeah.
love OJ.
And we came up with kind of our own hosts. For me, You know,
Back to your Detroit roots.
yeah, our number 3 host that I came up with, I think it'd have to be Violent J from ICP. I mean, could you imagine that guy hosting anything? I mean, and if you win, dude, you get a trip to the BO-infused Juggalo Island that they're always rapping about.
Gathering.
Yeah, I'll take Backyard Wrestling for 800, Jay.
One of the greatest video games of all time.
It
If you
really
haven't
was.
played Backyard Wrestling, sponsored by Insane Clown Posse, check it out.
Look, could you
It's
imagine
awesome.
what those questions would be like? I'll take scientific questions for 1,200. All right. Fucking magnets. How do they work? Boop, boop. What is... I don't want to talk to a scientist. Y'all motherfuckers lying and getting me pissed. that would
How
be...
many different flavors of Faygo are there?
It's uncountable.
I still don't know.
It's
but
uncountable.
I've tried several, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, Fago's fantastic. Now, what happens if you lose? Maybe you have to open for
Violent
ICP.
J- you can go to, you have to go to one of their shows.
The Gathering I hear is a blast, but
Well, we've been invited several times.
yeah, I know we never make it. I don't know
Concerts
why.
that we go to, juggalos are often present, and
Great people.
to be fair, yeah, they are usually quite pleasant.
Yeah, they just
My
they got
mother
a
even said when we
problem
went to
with
the tech
deodorant.
show that it was the friendliest crowd she had ever interacted with, and that's saying something. Maybe not the best smelling, but
No, definitely some hygiene issues.
they're generally nice people. You just got to look past the green armpit hair and the nose rings and
The gums.
and the gums.
There's no teeth.
And the
Yeah.
gingivitis is rough.
The ginger. So who's our number 4 host? Who's your number 4 guy?
Dennis Rodman.
Lovely. Yes, I could watch a Dennis Rodman host.
Like
at
now
Jeopardy.
Dennis Rodman, not
Yeah.
not 90s cool, edgy Dennis Rodman, like
So what do you get if you?
completely off the rails,
So what do you get if you win?
all expense paid trip to North Korea.
Ooh. See, but then he could also do a second game show then, like Escape from North Korea. Like, how do you get out? You have to
Dennis Rodman.
you have to dunk on him.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that,
You
you're
get a
not.
rebound over that dude, you can go home.
Yeah.
He's 6'10", so good luck.
They could have their right after Jeopardy, Dennis Rodman, Escape North Korea. It'd be a double feature kind of show thing. Yeah. So what do the losers get then?
He does your hair.
You have to hide in a closet with Carmen Electra while he goes to practice.
You have to make out with Madonna,
I could never.
who actually he credits with first teaching him how to market himself. He said he got advice from Madonna on just...
Wasn't she the woman that was like offering people blowjobs during the election? Did anybody see that?
I mean,
Yeah, I was like, no thanks, dude.
Things
like,
happen.
30 years ago, maybe. Nowadays, no. You look like a mummy.
how even old is Madonna? Like
I don't
85?
know. I don't know. She honestly looks like Bill Clinton, dude. She looks like a raisin.
Didn't Drake say she tasted like a
Yeah,
pterodactyl?
yeah. He
or
said she
something?
smelled like a pterodactyl when he kissed her at the Grammys.
I don't even know what that means.
It's
What does a
profound,
pterodactyl
though.
smell like?
I don't know, but she's got it, man. She's got it in spades.
Ugh.
So our number 5 host, I think, is probably, we were kind of having trouble coming up with a number 5, so it's not as off the rails as some of the others, but it's a special person to both of us. Take it off. Who's number 5?
The great Joe
The
Pesci.
great Joe Pesci, baby. And if you win at Jeopardy, he's gonna come to your house. He's gonna slip on some marbles. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a
Burn
great-
his hand on your doorknob.
Yeah, man. It's family friendly stuff.
Second place, he shoots you in the foot,
Just like Spider,
like Spider.
of course.
And third place, he'd show up at the house, it's empty, and he shoots you in the
It's
back of
another
the head.
Stax moment. Everything winds its way back around to Samuel L. Jackson. You just get whacked if you lose. So it's real incentive to take those daily doubles. Just bet it all every single time.
And whatever you do, don't laugh at his jokes.
Don't laugh at his jokes. That'll be the most quiet audience ever. Not even a laugh track. So yeah, Joe, we're gonna put a laugh track on this one. That was really funny. Funny how? Oh shit! And it just begins the cycle all over again. Oh man, that's a lot of fun. I would watch all of those people host Jeopardy.
Damn straight,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
to
why
get-
not?
Get Dr. Oz out of here. Get Anderson Cooper out of here. Who's the other one?
Katie Couric.
Eat shit. That's what I say.
Get these bland people out of there. Let's inject some
some flavor. You know, Alex Trebek was a straight-laced host. He was a great guy. I grew up on Alex Trebek. I didn't even know there was a host before him. You know, rip Art Fleming. But, you know, if we're gonna do it, you might as well just go. But this is a crazy time to be alive. So, you know,
Okay.
I think Jeopardy should reflect that.
Couldn't agree more.